YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. You got a lot to TelliVision 87. You're hanging out with your girl Telly right now. I'm back with another video for you guys. If you are new to my channel, just stopping by for the first time, do me a favor. Hit me with that like, that thumbs up button, alright? And make sure to smash that subscribe button if you are enjoying this content so we can get more people to the TelliVision crew. You can already see what's on the screen. We're about to get into it. Stephen A. basically pretty much admits that he wanted Max Kellerman off of First Take. He was on Hot 97 with Ebro and them, Ebro Rosenberg, and just basically talking about that whole situation and how it went down. So let's get into it.
Had a bad relationship at all. So where do those rumors come from, and what's the truth with the departure of Max Kellerman from First Take?
Well, the rumor's accurate in terms of me wanting him off the show. Let's get that out the way.
Ouch.
Yes, I did. We don't have a bad relationship.
Stephen A looks stressed out. Stephen A look like he ain't slept in days. What time of morning was this? Was this before he got on First Take for for that show that same day? Because I know their radio show is early, or maybe it was pre-recorded after. I don't know, but whatever it is, the brother looks stressed.
I think he's a real good guy. I appreciate what he did for the show. We were number one for 5 years. We stayed number one, and I appreciate that. But what a lot of people don't realize is that the work that goes into doing the show every single day. And the reality is
Number
that
one, let me just say this: number one for 5 years. That is in sports, a sports talk show like that. That is huge. That is huge. So people can say what they want about Max, but Max was obviously a good addition to that show. He obviously brought his own for them to be number one for 5 years. Like it wasn't just Stephen A. all by himself.
we have 15 segments a day, 75 segments a week, over 3,000 takes a year. In the 9 years that I've been on First Take, I've given over 33,000 takes. And
Damn.
what a lot of people don't realize is that not just the work that goes into that, but also the fact that it's a chemistry that you have, and sometimes it just stalls. And the
Mm.
audience lets you know that it is what it is, and you feel the need for something fresh. You feel the need to retool.
But okay, so audience, let me ask you guys out there, for those who watch First Take like on a consistent basis, was it drying up to you guys? Was it time for a shift, or is Stephen A just kind of, making up some sort of excuse? Because I would watch, but honestly, I don't really watch consistently like that. I only watch when like something really big happened. But just the day to day, like every day, 10 a.m., I had the TV on First Take. I wasn't watching it like that. But every time that I did tune in, I mean, it was more the same because that's just how the show is. But I don't necessarily believe that the show was like stale or stalling. But after a while, if Max is like super chill all the time and Stephen A is always yelling and screaming, people just tune out after a while.
And the reason why I'm unapologetic about my position is that, number one, it's no knock against him personally, his professionalism, his work ethic, and all of that other stuff, his talent. It's not like I wanted the guy to be fired or anything like that. I knew that there were landing spots for him available at this network that would generate just as much, if not more, revenue for him and all of that other stuff. And it wasn't really about asking him to be off the show. It was about the fact that I knew that we together, as far as I was concerned, was not a great partnership anymore.
I, mm, I don't know what you guys think about that. I think that was his way of saying, like, okay, I know that he's going to land on his own 2 feet, so I'm going to just go ahead and give him a little nudge in that direction. You know what I'm saying? But what if Max didn't have the boxing show? I think he went to a boxing show or something like that, or whatever else. Like, what if he didn't have that to fall on? Whatever, Max is going to be fine regardless. But I don't know. To me, that just, it seemed like, another excuse. But let me know what y'all think.
And that was something that needed to change. And we cover the world of sports, and this is where I maybe I stand on an island all by myself and saying
Oh, Another quick question. Before Max got to first take, it was Skip. So how long were Skip and Stephen A together? Like how long were they together as a whole? Was it at least 5 years? I know it was for a long time. And their chemistry was off the wall. Now Skip is over there with Shannon, and they have, they were great together. So I don't know, man. If it's working, it's working. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
In this, but I'm absolutely flabbergasted that people would react the way that they do in terms of stuff like this because we covered the world of sports. Yes, Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Ebro, they're an aberration because they're returning all 22 starters and their entire coaching staff and all of that stuff. And
Right.
John Madden did that as well. But when you're trying to win and win for a long period of time, you don't stand still. Championship squads change all the time. And so for me, I remember in 2012 where First Take was on the verge of cancellation, and Skip Bayless asked me to come on board. And I come on board, and a month later, we go number one. That 9 years ago. And we were number one for 4 years. And then Max comes on board, and we number one for 5 years. Well,
Okay, so he answered my own question. It was four. I don't know, man. This is it's a lot, but like Stephen A has just gotten so used to it being all about Stephen A. Like ESPN is Stephen A. You take Stephen A off of ESPN, like what do you really have left? Like all honesty, that's not to discredit anyone else there, but Stephen A is the face of ESPN right now. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you're just like, you know what? First take is mine now, and I'm gonna do what I want with it.
that means I've been number one for 9 years. It means I got a pretty good idea about what I'm doing when it comes to this show and what's necessary in order for it to work. And so for me, when I first spoke to Max about stuff years ago, I said, Joe, man, we doing this more than 3 years together. It's a problem, because I'm always looking to expand and move on to
Well,
diversify my portfolio.
well, damn. Stephen A. He's just got a little, SAS should stand for sass. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of sass. Okay. Well, excuse me.
And to make things happen. And you'll be hard pressed for me to say to you after 3 years we should be together for longer than that.